Let's go. Let's try. What is up, Broncos country? I am your host, Dak, joined by my Bronco bro, George Montoya. We have a Friday special with a special guest. You may know him from the Let's Talk Broncos podcast. We're going to talk Broncos. It's going to be fun. There's been a lot of chatter about the Broncos quarterback position, trying to send them out the door or what have you. But tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun and create our own ultimate quarterback while also touching on the J.K. Dobbins news. And we got a fun show planned. So, but first and foremost, Demon Broncos Bro.
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead, every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
Let's go, Broncos! What's up, bro? Did you miss me?
Broncos, hey, yeah, always. It's been too long.
I missed you on Monday night. You guys held it down.
Missed you here. We could have roasted Tim Dog together.
Yeah,
it was good though. It was good though, and good to get a little Friday special in. Friday Night Broncos Bros is usually a pretty special show.
Let's talk Broncos with the Broncos Bros. Ooh. Yeah. You've been watching. You can ask somebody.
I see you.
No, bro. So, there's been a lot of discourse in the Broncos country, type of thing. People aren't really happy with the quarterback position, mindfully so. He's in his second year. But I came up with a special segment today and Joey's going to join in the fun because we always love him sharing his knowledge with us. Building our ultimate quarterback, bro. And we got so much other fun topics to get into. But first, before we bring in on our special guest on the show, let's get down to the housekeeping. We got to be Cinderella. We got to, plug our dues. And, the Broncos are trying to get a dub, but also we do too. Let's get yourself a dubby and use code OBN10 at checkout for a 10% off your order at checkout. And with that, if you're trying to watch a figure, you're trying to stay away from those jitters with the other energy drink kind of blends. This one, Dubby, has no sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. Please check the bio in the link below. The link, in the bio below. A multitude of flavors, and give it a check.
Get your s'mores. Man. It's s'more season.
Get your s'mores. Oh, s'mores with milk if you want to do breakfast kind of thing, breakfast energy. But after you get yourself a dub, please, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe. Jorge's favorite saying of the day. Says it at least 20 times. You know what I mean? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitter, switch over to YouTube, please. That was fun.
Can
we get down to business and just
Been a while.
It's been a while.
We're
Hit
excited.
that drum roll for me, hit that drum roll. Let's bring on our special guest, Jorge Richards with Let's Talk Broncos.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
Keep moving.
What's happening?
What's up, Joey? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited to be on the show. I remember meeting you guys at the Let's Talk Broncos draft party. It's a pleasure meeting you guys. A lot of valuable Broncos insight here from you two, so I'm excited to be on. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night. Who the hell does a podcast on a Friday? Oh, yeah. The Broncos Bros and Joey Richards.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
right.
right. And yeah, dude, that was awesome when we got to meet you at the draft party and all that. That was a whole lot of fun. So pleasure getting you back here and getting to chat some more.
Oh, absolutely, man. I never pass up a moment talking about some Broncos football, man. I mean, it's exciting times right now. Broncos are winning. You know, sometimes it doesn't feel like it, especially if you're on Twitter, right? It does not feel like they're winning on Twitter, but they're winning. There's a good team.
Stay off the damn Twitter.
Get the hell off there. We don't want to be on Twitter.
Exactly.
I feel like it's a Jerry Springer show on that shit sometimes. It just gets out of control.
You got to be one of the angriest 8-2 fan bases I've ever seen.
Bro, ever you've ever seen. You just got takes coming from everywhere. Half the stuff doesn't make sense. You're looking at it, trying to understand. Again, doesn't make sense. It's like, get off of there. The Broncos are 8-2. We're good. Rolling in the Chiefs weekend. This is going to be a hell of a game. So
this is a big game, right, bro?
Yeah, huge.
But first, before we touch on some of the game and all that and get all of that, we like to ask our guests. I mean, you've been covering the Broncos for quite some time now. You, Bree, and Zach started covering this team. But just in general, as a fan, what's your favorite Broncos memory, bro?
All right, so my favorite Broncos memory. Context, I'm younger, right? So I was born in '98, so I didn't get to see the earlier years of Broncos Day. I was born when they won a Super Bowl type times, right? That was the year. So my times when I was really growing up and super getting into the Broncos was like Tim Tebow era. Man, the DT catch it on the post overtime, stiff arm to the face, nastiest stiff arm you'll ever see from a football player. Him, Derrick Henry, DT Derrick Henry right there. As far as stiff arms go, crazy. Giving Ike Taylor the business, right? Stiff arm to the face.
Yes.
So running downfield, and I'll just never forget, man. DT had that upright running style. He was up and down going, and people just couldn't catch him in open field. Goes at quickest overtime, NFL history still is. I doubt that record's broken unless they start changing the rules around in overtime. That's got to be my memory. I mean, that whole year was insane. It reminds me a little of this year, honestly, with all the fourth quarter comebacks. But that's got to be one of my favorite Broncos memories right there. Is that play was crazy.
That was a moment, bro, for sure. Yeah. Like just the new overtime rules, everything. Like, shout out to DT, man. It was amazing what the induction they had for him. We were able to go down. I was able to go down to Denver and join the event, and embrace it, R.I.P.
Mom's signature.
Yeah, we got his mom's signature on your hat and on my jersey. So
That's
it was
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool, dude. So yeah, dude. With that being said, let's get into I hope you guys did your homework. I did my homework, and doing this homework kind of thing, I kind of noticed that I have a type of quarterback. And let's just go around the horn, we'll hit the IQ, arm size, accuracy, mobility. There's been a lot of discourse within Broncos country. This is why I wanted to do the ultimate quarterback. Like any fan, they all have their preferences, what they like, what they look for in a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Bo Nix, isn't perfect, right? But if we could create the perfect quarterback for this Broncos organization, this is the game that we're going to play to do just that. And since you're our guest there, Joey, why don't you start off with the size in this whole ordeal?
All right. I gotta go Josh Allen here. The guy's a workhorse, right? Like you watch that Buffalo team, we played them last year in the playoffs. You saw what they were doing with Josh Allen. It gets down to like 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. Like they just get their offense in manageable situations on. That's their whole idea. We're going to run the ball, or we're going to stay in distance. We're never going to take ourselves in a situation where, like a 3rd and long or anything like that. We're going to make it manageable for our offense, and they have a workhorse at quarterback that might just run it straight up the middle because he's like 6'6" and 245 pounds. So good luck stopping it. All he's got to do is lean forward, and he's got the first down.
A faster Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like he's his size and strength and his mobility, we're covering in this, but the mixture of all that makes Josh Allen a weapon, whether it be in third and shorts, any short distance downs, and then also in the red zone. He's crazy good in the red zone where the field gets condensed. So those tight windows, it's harder to get the ball into the end zone than it is to pick up 10 yards from the 50. It's just more condensed. The receivers can't run all the way down the field, clear people out. And that's where Josh Allen's a weapon because, like I said, his size, his strength is just unreal. So I'll go Josh Allen here.
I like that, bro. I like that pick. That's a great selection. What about you, George?
Now I was debating, I had to go through my mind a few times in a different way, but what I came with for my size, it's all we're talking about, is I got Justin Herbert as my ideal ultimate QB size. He's 6'6". I think he's just as deep, 235 pounds. Dude's a freaking unit. They just play super different style games. They have super different play styles, and they're in different coaching schemes where Herbert is more of that pocket guy. He's going to be the gunslinger and a pure passer, where Allen's a brute force, like, I'm going to go truck a linebacker and get this first down. But both are definitely on par with just having that really tall, lean, athletic quarterback that can see over linemen that are 6'7", 6'8" as well, being able to just kind of tower over and have their vision a little bit more open, be able to view the field a little bit better, and the way they both move, they're both able to get around in the pocket fairly easily, but keeping their eyes downfield, and they're able to just sling it out of that backfield. So size-wise, I went with Jay Herbo.
I think that's a good pick. I mean, I've always said about Herbert, if you were if you were to go on Madden and create a quarterback, he'd probably look a lot like Justin Herbert as far as the size, which is perfect for this. So yeah, I think that's a good pick. Him, I think Drake May is another one in that bucket where it's like, man, these guys just look like a quarterback. What was that?
Is he like 6'5", 6'4", or am I missing?
He's like 6'5", 6'6".
I think he's 6'5", maybe 6'2".
So something interesting about him, his brothers played basketball at UNC and was a forward, right? He's a power forward at UNC. He had a good game winner in the tournament, matter of fact. So
okay.
It comes from a lineage of athletes there.
Nice. And I got to give you your flowers, bro. Drake May, real quick, dude. Like, that was a quarterback that you had eyes for in the 2024 draft class for a quarterback prospect. So shout out to you, because you see how his play is coming into fruition, how he looks in the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
You need to be hired as a scout for quarterback, sir.
I caught hell for that at the time. I had him over Caleb Williams. He was my quarterback one coming out of that. I had him number one, Caleb Williams number two. Caleb Williams number two now even looks a little questionable, right? But Drake May is the real deal. He's a good quarterback.
He is, bro. He is. So
it's nice to see him turn it around this year.
Yeah.
He's having his breakout season. Got the Patriots in 9-2. What is it? 2004. The Patriots, the Colts, and the Broncos are all at the top of the league.
Oh, that's such a great point.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy, bro. Just thinking about it. We turned the clock back.
Yep.
Speaking of 2004, I mean, and then the Broncos, my size of quarterback, while you guys are zigging, I'm zagging. Okay. And I'm going with the size of Bo Nix. And you're like, why the hell would you pick Bo Nix? Yeah. Well, he's 6'2", 217, but he has that quickness to him, right? That he keeps linebackers. Like, you hear the way NFL players have talked about him, his peers, in particular, that are saying, like, damn, this dude got some wheels on him, man. So imagine that as a quarterback, but he's still able to sustain and just withstand the quarterback hits and be durable, bro. We don't want quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels, because we're seeing what that slender frame is doing, even Lamar Jackson, even though he's been more healthy than, But you still have that quickness with Bo Nix, and he's using his legs, bro. When the game's on the line, you see that. I like a little bit of speed in my quarterback, but not super slender to where he's gonna have some kind of injuries.
I think that's a good pick. Yeah, really stocky built quarterback
Yeah.
too, right? Like when you look at him, he's well built. He's proportioned right for a quarterback. Like he's proportioned like a guy that could sustain NFL hits, as you said. He's not gonna fold in that department. Whereas if you look at some of these other guys, Jane Daniels is the perfect comparison. Or I mean, I even remember like RG3 or some of these other guys like that. A little more slender, man. They start running downfield. This is the NFL. You got 285-pound athletes just as fast as you running you down. It's different. You got to be able to sustain a hit. And Bo has a good proportion size build to that in the NFL.
So let's go to real quick. Let's rock through IQ. Let's rock through the IQ. Yeah. Joey, who's a quarterback that you fit like that you're like, man, I wish my quarterback had this type of IQ?
All right, this one might throw people off a little bit, but I don't know. For me, it wouldn't. I go Dak Prescott here. When I think of a quarterback that, right, like sure he can move a little bit, sure all of this other stuff, but how he really does it is, I mean, it's straight drop back passing in that Cowboys offense. He's doing his 5-step drop and he's delivering the football. That's that offense. It's not a lot of dink and dunk. I mean, they're not throwing screens. It's truly we're throwing big boy footballs across the field, and that's what we're doing here. And to be able to do that at an elite level, like Dak was in MVP conversations for a lot of this year. And
he was.
To be able to do that in that style in today's NFL, he plays like I mean, you guys talked about the Broncos, Patriots, Colts era. That's the type of quarterback Dak is. He plays like an older school quarterback. Like we're not doing all this fancy stuff over here. No.
Yeah, that's so true.
I got to be able to read the defense, and I got to deliver a big time football. So when I think of IQ, I think of Dak in that way because he's not. Like Lamar, for example, right? He can miss a read, maybe not get it off fast enough, but he still got the wheels. Like, I'm getting out of there, man.
True.
Like, I'm scooting.
Nobody touching him.
Yeah. Or Mahomes. Damn, I missed it. It's cool. I got this crazy arm angles I can throw from. I can throw sidearm and still recover from
it. I can throw left-handed while Von Miller's trying to sack me.
Exactly. Yeah. Dak doesn't have any of that. What you're seeing is a quarterback just being able to diagnose a defense really good and throw the football. So I got Dak and IQ.
I like that, dude. That was a good one. Hell yeah. What about you, Montoya?
Yeah. No, first off, Joey, that's a really good take. That's a really good take. Because I definitely view him as a top tier quarterback. He's definitely up there. It's just his woes, of course, if you account for playoffs and whatnot. But overall, if we're just going off of these categories, that's a great take because he does sit back and just has to draw back and read defenses all day. And he doesn't lead the league in interceptions. He doesn't do any of that. So on my take, I went veteran, old school. Guy that's still doing it is elite in all levels, will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if he's not, we'll have a whole day. It's Matthew Stafford.
Nice.
For me, it's Matthew Stafford. Dude, this guy has he's about to have 3 of the top passing seasons ever. And also, if Nakua continues, he's going to go ahead and have the other top 3rd best wide receiving season ever. And Stafford is a QB behind all those with Megatron and Cooper Kupp already. So just his ability, and also, like Joey says, that is not a pound the ball offense anymore. That's a Sean McVay. We're going to run motion. We're going to have him drop back, a lot of diversion, but you're going to drop back and you're going to sling the rock. And Matthew Stafford has proven it for decades. He's an all-timer. So that was my IQ pick. If Bo could just sneak a lick of some Matthew Stafford IQ, he would be doing tremendous things.
Yeah.
Pre-snap, all that,
I like that, bro. My guy, for IQ, bro, this guy just wins, bro. And you've seen him do it last year in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts. the IQ. Well, it's a boomer shooter. Yeah. Like the IQ, bro. All this guy does is win, but because of that, he's gone through many offensive schemes, and he's mastered them. You look at him being at Alabama, then he went to Lincoln Riley with not USC, OU. Boomer. Yeah. So then he goes from there, and then he has to go through Kellen Moore's offensive scheme, of course Sirianni, or what have you. He's been through a lot. But not only that, he thrives in the RPO, bro. Like this dude, you built an offense off of that too, as well, with having an elite running back behind you. But he kills you with his legs, bro, because he knows how to read the edge, when to pull the ball, or when to let it, hand it off to the running back, dude. And he's great with pre-snap coverages, adapting to the defense. So, man, Jalen Hurts is one of those guys that if Bo had this type of IQ, yeah, dude, I think we'd see a lot of great things out of him.
Absolutely, yeah. He's quarterback too, where leadership stands out for me. Everywhere he went, and you said it, he wins. Whether it be Alabama, Oklahoma, or now in Philadelphia with the Eagles. This guy knows how to get a team together, all playing for the same thing. And like you said, he wins. So it's a good pick.
Thank you.
It's a really good pick. And Stafford, man, I got to comment on Stafford too. You watch Stafford. Mahomes gets a lot of the highlights, right?
Mm-hmm.
For all the craziness. There's not a quarterback that'll throw like a no-look pass or something like that, like Matt Stafford will.
He started.
Timing.
That was disgusting.
It's unbelievable. You never seen anything like it. Like it's all timing too, which goes to IQ. Like you said, he's done it so many times now. He knows exactly where his receiver is going to be. It's kind of like watching Jokic pass the basketball. Like he's looking over here and he's throwing it over there. He never looked over there just because he knows the offense. He knows that the guy's
where he's supposed to be. Yeah.
So if I throw it over there and he's not there, it's
on that guy. It's not on him. It's on the receiver.
Exactly. So Stafford's like that. He'll do the exact same thing, but on the football field. I'm throwing this to exactly where the receiver should be. I don't even have to look because I know where the ball is going. Like, if it ends up a pick, it's on the receiver because he didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Stafford is, man, what an underrated quarterback he's been in his career, too. Stafford's awesome.
Super overlooked just because of all those Detroit years where they.
And it's crazy because he's 37 doing the shit that he's doing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Ridiculous.
I mean, he's over there. Even Devontae Adams' best friend and all-time QB couldn't make him look as good as he's been looking this year with Matt Stafford. Like that just goes to show how good he is.
Thank God the Lions traded him. He was about to waste his career, man.
I know.
And it was probably the best win-win scenario.
Yeah.
I'd say in a trade, like, Rams got it done. Stafford, they went and got their bowl, got him a ring, and the Lions are the best they've ever been, They did have their loss last year, but go ahead.
People got to remember back then when he was with the Lions and he was on the block. I remember Broncos fans were like, I don't want Stafford because he hasn't won yet. And at the time, it was like, I was sitting there and I was like, okay, these people are crazy. Stafford's a ridiculously good quarterback because I've watched Matt Stafford. At the time, it's like, yeah, he hasn't won yet. The Lions have been terrible, man. This is like a dysfunctional.
Yeah. When have the Lions won? That's the question,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when have the Lions had a quarterback thrown for 5,000 yards in a year? Matt Stafford did that.
He has 5 of them.
Yeah.
Or 4 of them, something like that. He has several of them along with Drew.
Man, it's just he's a special talent, dude. Underappreciated in the league.
Yeah. That's why I went through the IQ took me the longest on this one. I threw out a couple names and I was like, hold on, I'm missing someone.
It was a good one though. It was good. So arm talent, Joey. What about you, bro? Like, is Matt Stafford your guy, or are we going a different direction? We're drooling over the guy.
Maybe 08 Matt Stafford.
Yeah, right, exactly. This one, I already used Josh Allen. I'm not going to use the same quarterback twice. I think Josh Allen has the best arm strength of this. Now, if I include talent, right, and that includes to me right? More than just who can throw the tightest spiral, from point A to point B the fastest, right? That's included in there, but that's not the whole thing. And that's where I think Mahomes takes the cake, because he can do all of that, but I also include like his arm from any angle is good. Like,
it's so freaking ridiculous.
It's from any angle he's getting the ball off, and like fairly accurately, and with plenty of trajectory. Like he's throwing the ball from any angle, amazing, and that's something he's always had, and it just continues on in the NFL now. Mahomes, I think, is top tier, maybe of all time, as far as arm talent goes, because he mixes in. Yes, he has the strength in the arm to be able to deliver the ball fast as hell from point A to point B, but he can also do that from every angle, like I said. So yeah. I think Mahomes is my pick there. And you see the way he's changed the league in some ways, as far as, I mean, Steph Curry had the 3-point shot. I'm doing all these basketball references on here. Steph Curry had the 3-point shot.
Season, you know?
Bro, you got all these quarterbacks thinking their sidearm now. Whether that's good or bad for the league, he's changing it, right?
And I'd like to, kind of just continue off of that. How many more quarterbacks are running backwards and turning around and trying to make crazy plays happen because Mahomes does it, The only other one I would say is maybe Kyler Murray, and that's just because of his crazy playmaking ability when he gets out of the pocket and scrambles to make a crazy play. But overall, that's a great pick.
Herbert is one too that just, you see that one throw that he did against us when, was it Bonito or Allen in his grill? Freaking both of them coming.
And he hit him in the touchdown, man. That's a tough throw.
Or even to give Bo some props here. But Bo has multiple arm slots he can throw from. He can throw sidearm. He can throw over the top. He can get the ball off on different angles with his arm. And I mean, that was apparent coming out of Oregon as well for him. It was like he has all the different arm slots. People question his arm strength. That has been the last thing that I complain about for him is arm strength. I think he's blown. Bo Nix is an interesting one because I feel like everyone talked him up to be Drew Brees, right? Guys like the kind of I can read a defense faster than anybody type of guys. But what we got was a quarterback with so many more tools than what people were describing as. Faster, I think, than everyone described him as. I think he looks bigger than what people thought he would be. I think he has a better arm than what people thought. And it's interesting, like, for all the critiques he gets, whether it be right or wrong in this, it feels like everyone wants to be a little more patient with the guys with all the tools. And because Bo wasn't described as that coming out of college, he doesn't get the excuse of, hey, we got to give it more time because look at all the tools he has. Look at all this. When he figures it out, it's going to be great. He doesn't get that excuse.
That's so true, man.
And I think a lot of that, it has to do with Sean Payton. Sean Payton has put that pressure. Sean Payton has come in here, made it well known that he went and got his guy. He told the whole league before the draft, like, most of these guys don't know what they're doing. I'm better than them. Right. And then what he do? Baited people into thinking we were moving up for McCarthy. And took Bo Nix, 6th quarterback off the board. And because of what he talks about, the Drew Brees comparisons, it's almost like the Pat Bryant reference, right? He wears 13. He's the next Michael Thomas. Now we're all like, where's Pat Bryant? It's because of the precedent that Sean Payton sets for Bo. He didn't do him a service for his standards and for his maybe that little bit of let's cut him some slack like we do these other guys, because Sean Payton is an arrogant coach who believes in his ways. And not to say he's right, not to say he's not right, we're gonna find out. We got time to find out, but that is what I think Bo's dealing with. He's dealing with that animosity that Sean Payton brings when he's the leader of the team.
I also think it comes two sides, because I think he was also probably the most hated on quarterback coming out of the draft. As far as
even media before Sean,
because of I think of things that are silly. Like I think we really dug into the Bo conversation. I have my opinions, right? But
yeah. Share with the class.
We love them. We love them.
Yeah,
We love
Let 'em
them.
rain. Make it rain.
but I also think so. Like, while I can be critical, I can also look at things that were really silly at the time. Like the age thing was something that everyone would throw out there. Like, man, he's old. Like we're watching, like we're evaluating, like we're supposed to evaluate a running back or something like
We
that.
talked about Matthew Stafford's 37, still dominating the league. Why can't Bo in 10 years still be doing the same thing?
And you see some of the all-time greats talk about how they had to change their game later in their career. Like the only reasonable argument with the age thing to me always is they're going to drop off a cliff because they're going to lose their physical talents, which affects running back, right? They take so many hits, everything like that. So it makes sense. Like, yes, drafting an older running back is probably worse than drafting a younger running back if they're the same talent level.
Right.
With quarterback, it's stupid because it's not like they get like dumber as they age. Like all of it is a mental game at quarterback, right?
We don't get many quarterbacks with CTE.
Yeah, like you're not. These guys aren't like yes, Bo Nix might not be as fast, but we're not hoping for him to always be running the ball at quarterback.
Right.
To improve mentally, where he's dishing the ball around the field and being smart in that way. So the age thing was silly from the beginning to me with that guy.
I hear you. I agree with that, dude. No, you're good. That was good. So
that was a good rant. We'll go back on arm. I think we'll get back. We'll get ready. We get into the conversations. That's what
it was fun. I like it.
That's what we're here for. We love talking ball. But arm, I went with who you started with is I left my arm for Josh Allen for the one reason that I think he has the most powerful arm in the most controlled way. He can sling it 75, probably 85. If he really if we had pump pass catch, whatever, back in the day, when they did that, he'd probably throw it 85. But the way he keeps his eyes downfield and how we talked about him being a physical quarterback that can run and threaten you, he's consistently looking for his guys. He's consistently eyes up, approaching the line of scrimmage, drawing defenders, and then just a dot. And with his powerful arm, he's not Brett Favre. He's not John Elway. He can take some off of it. He throws touch passes. He throws them a little softer, and he's not just drilling dudes in the freaking 5 yards away, not throwing 68-mile-an-hour fastballs, knocking his hands off, like that's how picks happen. And Bo, I think, does a little bit of that occasionally, but he's learning. But that was my reason for Josh Allen with the arm. He's consistently making the throws on time and very quickly, but in ways that his receivers can catch the ball. Like they usually have a chance.
I like that pick. I really do. He was one that I was thinking about. I was thinking Justin Herbert probably, but I mean, I'm going to continue to drool over this man because we did just almost a half hour, into the show. Like Matthew Stafford again for arm talent. Like we touched on a lot of points, but one thing that we're seeing with Bo Nix, with Matthew Stafford though, is despite maybe not having full mechanics with Matthew Stafford, he has the arm talent to make up for it. Say if he doesn't, go through his full process of mechanics, right? Like Bo Nix, he's not able to. I mean, even if he doesn't go through his mechanics, he's seeing the balls flutter. He's overthrowing or underthrowing or what have you. Matthew Stafford, you don't need to worry about that, And then of course, when it comes to Matthew Stafford's arm talent that we just talked about, Mahomes could adjust angles. Matthew Stafford could do it and throw into tight windows, man. So if Bo Nix had that kind of arm, my lord.
He's working on it. It's in progress. It's in progress. He's in the chamber, He's training with Goku.
Yeah, just training with Anyways,
Before we move on to the last two, let's get a few comments in. We got a
let's
couple.
get some comments.
We'll just get some love here. Shy Vargas said, "Hey Dak,
What's up?
hello Shy Vargas, how you doing, buddy?" He's get shiped at the end of every pregame. You know, catch his segments. That's where we get the hype before game day. We got Jay Weaver here, bros. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
He said, "Joey."
What up, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love us some Jay Weaver. And then we got Mile High Medlock, our newest members to the network on Thursday nights. They're the Mile High Outcasts. That's Medlock. He's a good friend. What's up, Broncos Bros? He said, Broncos Bros.
Yeah, great profile picture. I'm Nuggets fans over here.
Oh yeah. We big Nuggets fans.
Bro, I love that.
For sure. D-Rock said, "Sup, fellas and chat." What's up, D-Rock? How you doing, buddy?
D-Rock.
We got Tim Dog. That's the other half of the Outcast. My brother Tim. Even though he don't answer my phone call, you know, he can still be here in the chat. At least he did something right.
He's gonna call you in the middle of the show now and say,
"Oh, he'll get declined so fast." You know, rejected. He'll get that Matumbo.
I'm good.
Shai says, I'm good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, appreciate you guys all watching. You know, like, share, and subscribe always, and comment some more. Give us some questions, your thoughts as we're continuing on with our segment.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joey, for being here and being a part of the Broncos tonight.
Thank you guys.
So, accuracy, is that one that we want to touch on, Joey?
You can throw the graphic back in.
Yeah, I just didn't want to cover Joey's beautiful face while we were.
The comments, I know. We got to keep that in here, you know.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah, we just lost like 10 viewers when the comment went over my face. It was bad.
We got 10 extra here. What do you mean?
Yeah, like half the chat left immediately. Accuracy for me, it's got to be Joey B, Joe Burrow. I think he's the closest thing we've seen to Peyton Manning since in the NFL. I like when I talk about accuracy. I mean, he could have been my IQ pick too. I just didn't want to pick the same quarterback for different guys.
I did probably different too.
But he can deliver the ball accurately everywhere on the field without. I mean, honestly, like if we're talking from an arm strength standpoint, he's bottom tier from some of these guys. He doesn't have a great, like, powerful arm. Like you guys mentioned Josh Allen, powerful arm. He probably leaves a bruise on your arm when he wants to.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is not doing that. He's doing it all with accuracy, timing. It's in the breadbasket. Joe Burrow is a phenomenal quarterback. Like I said, I think the closest thing we've seen the Peyton Manning style.
I like that, bro. I really like that
since the NFL, since we had him. So, yeah, that's my accuracy pick.
Damn, good job, dude.
Awesome.
I love that.
I was waiting to see if anybody's was going to be different, so I'll have to wait for Dax. But I agree. I also went with Joey. I call it Joe Shiesty. When I sent it, Joe Shiesty is my got the Shiesty on, bro. And even if not, he's healthy. Joe Burrow is elite. He is an elite ball thrower. Talk about on time and accurate. Like wide receiver's favorite fucking guy is a quarterback that can put the ball where it's supposed to be. Doesn't put his guys in danger. He doesn't run Jamar Chase into linebackers. He doesn't even his tight ends. He doesn't throw them into danger. He'll put it low and away. He'll let them go to the ground. He'll put it back shoulder. Dude is a freaking surgeon. He's freaking diabolical on the field. And the Peyton Manning comparisons, it's all right there. As far as accuracy, like being on time with your guys and just your receivers being able to know, like, even if the route breaks down, he sees me. He's going to throw it he's going to put it right here. Or I got two guys on me. Why is he throwing the ball? Because it's going to be right on me, it's just very good. Rarely do you see him throwing blatant picks, right?
Surgical, right? That's the word I use with him. Just surgical.
Yeah, that's why he's a surgical out there.
Well, I'm a big Riley Moss defender, but I know that guy's still seeing nightmares from last year, Joe Burrow.
T.
Oh my
Higgins, bro. T.
God.
Higgins with Joey. is
Back
different.
shoulders to T. Higgins.
Even Jake Browning was hitting him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm not lying, you know.
Nice.
They're nice.
Bro, do you guys have a cigar? Joey, do you got a cigar?
I don't got a cigar on me.
George, you
I
got a
always
cigar?
got a cigar on me.
For the
Man, if I
Bronco,
could just toss out cigars or vice versa, let me just finish
yeah,
it.
we start smoking some. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
You
be
know
doing
what
a
I mean?
cigar because my selection for accuracy is Joey B, and we'd be like, yeah, we chip in Joey B for
Yeah, you guys grab the cigars. I'll do the gritty. Yeah.
Do the whole thing. We'll call it a day. You know what I mean?
Joey B, man. You guys nailed on all points, man. Accuracy, bro, and you got to see it firsthand last season, bro. The Broncos defense came for him, dude. What, 7 sacks? But despite that, dude, he was still able to get the ball to where he needed to, bro.
It was like when they went to the Super Bowl. He got sacked 9 times in the NFC Championship game, and they still won. That's
If this man had a
absolutely
line.
ludicrous, first of all.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, continue on. And
Yeah,
what's
dude,
up?
no, Joey B is just perfect, dude. Like accuracy. If any quarterback wants to have the accuracy, they need to watch him, you know, bro, and see what he does and pick his brain. Because this man, just in general, bro, this timing, anticipation, spot on it. Spot on, baby. But mobility, this one to wrap up our ultimate quarterback. Jory, what do you want for mobility? Who are you rolling with on this one?
Man, I would choose Lamar, right? But I feel like that's the obvious answer, so I want to be a little different. I want to pick a quarterback that struggled, maybe not the greatest quarterback, but if I'm just looking at mobility, Justin Fields is like a dude as far as wheels, right? Wheels at the quarterback position. Then I pair that with the size and toughness factor of it. These are 2 things I can give him props on. I think the IQ, not good, right? I think the accuracy, not good. Like if I'm doing the perfect quarterback, like he's the last guy I'm picking for some of these. But if I'm just looking at mobility, and then I also account in their toughness, Justin Fields is tough as they come. He'll stand in the pocket too long, if anything, right? Take a hit, but he'll pop right back up. Justin Fields rarely hurt. And then also, if I'm just looking for a guy to go get me a ton of rushing yards, I mean, Justin Fields is still a pretty good fantasy quarterback.
Yeah.
Even though he's like the worst quarterback ever in real life, right?
You're getting them yards on the ground.
Stuff. So I think,
you know what's crazy about that? I don't mean to cut you off, but he has the record for most passing. Like the current standing record of most games in a row with a touchdown pass.
does he really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild, actually.
What?
He's currently leading like active players with he's over 20 games now of most games in a row with a touchdown pass.
Hey man,
A stat I would have never ever picked for him.
Yeah,
when I saw it, I was like,
you had to rub your eyes
I had
and
to
do
double
a
check the sources, and I was like, make sure this wasn't, NFL
So-
memes.
Someone tell the Raiders that stat because they'll be back in the quarterback market. Someone let them know. Someone pass that along to Pete Carroll immediately. No, but I think mobility, he'd be the perfect quarterback as far as toughness and just straight athleticism. I think he'd be fantastic. So if I were to mix all of these things together, I think I got the perfect quarterback.
Oh yeah, no.
I like that, dude. I like that. That would be a perfect quarterback down. What about you, bro?
So I had listed Lamar obviously because it was the obvious, but I had time to think about it, and I didn't send in my hot take here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say a guy that I don't think a lot of people think as a mobile quarterback, and I'm gonna go with my boy Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Because I'm accounting for mobility as mobility within the pocket and out of it, but along with toughness. Baker's not a QB you want to see running at you. He's a dog, bro. He's going to come in there and stiff arm Nick Bosa to the ground while he throws it one-handed on 4th down. He's gonna scramble. I mean, you saw it through 2 or 3 weeks ago when he broke freaking 3 tackles in the pocket, scrambles out, jukes the guy, falls for the first down on fourth and 8 or something like that. So I'm going with Baker for my mobility because of his ability to consistently break tackles within the pocket, keep his eyes up, throw passes out of it, or just take off and make the plays happen when he needs to. He does it the right way. And he also slides. He doesn't take hits too often. He dives a lot. But that was kind of that was my little hot take there. That was my little hot take for a
I like that. That's
I like
very
the quarterback you're building. I like it. I like
it.
The pocket quarterback, but he's tough, can move, but it isn't like he's not dropping his eyes to go run the football, right? He's still looking downfield trying to deliver one, and he might still take a hit right under the chin to deliver that football as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's gonna stand there and deliver the ball. But if he's got to go truck a linebacker, he's gonna go truck a linebacker and he's gonna get up and you know what I mean? You hit the Baker.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm double tapping this button when it comes to mobility because I'm using the same move over and over. But I feel like this is Mortal Kombat, but in football talk, I'm hitting the same button because I'm going to hit the button again for mobility and pick Jalen Hurts.
Oh, wow. All right. I changed mine to Lamar Jackson. No. I was trying to save him for you, Dak, but if you're not going to take all
hold on. But you know, it's crazy because you could put Kyler Murray in this discussion, right, when it comes to mobility because,
of course.
Yeah, you see what he is with his, like, the quick strides that he has, even though he doesn't have the height, you know, he's still able to get, you know, around defenders and make them miss. But going back to Jalen Hurts, this man is just something special. Defenses, other than the Broncos, are kept up late at night trying to figure out how to stop this man when it comes to running the football.
Right.
You know, because, I mean, you see what most of his stats come from the running game. And then, you know, if he wants to mess around with you, he'll throw it around the park, you know, and, you know, like he kind of did with Denver kind of thing. But, yeah, dude, I like Jalen Hurts a lot. He knows how to win with his legs. He knows when to get out of bounds. He knows when to take hits, when not to, you know. That goes a long way of being durable in the NFL and having that longevity when it comes to the NFL as well.
Yeah, I don't hate that one at all because, and honestly, you took it a different way than I took it. Mobility, I was just thinking straight line speed and agility, which would be Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, but incorporating like Jalen Hurts brings a different strength aspect to the whole thing. Yeah, like I'm not doing the tush push with Lamar Jackson.
Red zone threat. Yeah,
that's what Mark Andrews takes it.
Right?
Yeah,
he might be crunch. Like we might not ever see him again after that.
Well, and you know, like Patrick Mahomes has never taken a quarterback sneak again ever since he did it and got hurt against us.
There you go. Yeah. So so Jalen Hurts is a good one in that facet because I wasn't thinking much of the strength whole part of that. So
yeah. I think mine went off course just because, you know, Boomer, Oklahoma guy, but he's also a great mobile quarterback, and it's Bama week, so you know I'm hypey. Tomorrow we get to take down Bama and get back in the playoffs.
Nice. I like our picks. That was fun. I think that was a fun exercise.
That was great. Yeah,
that was great, man. It was something that I just came up. I was like, I want to have give Joey a little something to have fun with, you know?
Yeah, let's do it.
Something to get away from the same old kind of thing. Do we have any other comments before we get into some other things?
No, everybody's a little quiet on this Friday night. They must be Friday night. It's already dark outside. You know, party's probably started.
Yeah. So J.K. Dobbins, the injury news came out today, a little bit prior to the show started. You know, potentially him hitting IR, bro. And that, I mean, with an offense that's already struggling. Man, it's kind of like you have to hold your breath now going into this Chiefs matchup, you know, and it is tough, you know. It's a foot injury, they're calling it, you know. You kind of think about the Blitz Frank injury that could potentially be season ending, you know, in a way, you know. And I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, with all the injuries that this man has in his career, do the Broncos extend Dobbins? What do you think, Joey? Like, what is your mind? Take me through, like, what your thought process is, how the Broncos attack this situation throughout the season, but after the season as well.
So I do want to see how long he's out, right? I think
Right.
that matters in this whole thing, but I think no matter what, it's hard for you to give him a multi-year extension. Now, if you wanted to get him for another year and you have backup options based off of that, sure. But you can't. It's just the amount of injuries he's had at this point, right? And I feel terrible for the guy. I feel absolutely terrible for the guy. He's a talented player. We've all seen it. And he's been one of the better running backs in the league this year. J.K. Dobbins has been awesome. So it's very unfortunate, but it's hard to say, I'm going to give you like a 3-year contract knowing this next year you're going to get hurt. You could get hurt for the whole year. The year after that, you could get hurt for half the year. The year after that, now we were looking at you and you're like 30, and I'm not trusting any of these 30-year-old running backs to stay healthy. I don't care what your reputation looks like, right? So it's like it's hard to give him multi-year.
Yeah.
I would definitely, if he can come back this year and still be productive, I definitely look at giving him another 1-year contract for this team. But it's 1 year, and you're still looking to add to that room. I think it's interesting to look at what, with him being out though, like you drafted a running back in the 2nd round. You got RJ Harvey on this. And I imagine if you drafted him in the 2nd round, you're hoping he's more than just like kind of the pass catching niche running back.
Yeah.
You're hoping he can do a little more than that. Not to say that the pass catching isn't valuable. It's cool to have on your team, but you drafted him in the 2nd round, which tells me that you think there's a little more there. So, I mean, I think it's fair for Broncos fans to sit there and think RJ Harvey's got to bring something while J.K. Dobbins is out. We want to see it. He's an older running back coming into the pros. You know, like we got to see it. We got to see what you got.
Yeah.
No, I love that actually, because my biggest takeaway from it all really is that this was the plan all along. J.K. Dobbins was not the plan.
Nah, it's true.
J.K. Dobbins is the Band-Aid. J.K. Dobbins is the veteran role model to groom your guy, RJ Harvey, who everybody just deems him as a pass catching back because that's how we use him. But people don't watch UCFT. This man carried the ball over 260 times.
Yeah.
Like, he's a freaking 3-down back. He's built. He's got Quadzilla 2.0. This dude is wrapped. He's built. He's sturdy. He's stocky. He's fast. He just needs some experience. And now he's going to get an opportunity to actually, well, he's going to get the opportunity to start and have the main role. We'll see if Sean actually utilizes it.
Yeah.
Because JK is not even being utilized, right? Because JK, all praise to JK. JK's killing it. I love everything that he brought to the team. Right. I love his style. I loved him as a veteran. I liked him in free agency. We got him for the right price. I didn't even necessarily think he was injury prone. It's just running backs are injury prone, especially, you know, he's had the 2 major injuries, so he has major injury issues. But you did eventually expect him to miss a game or 2, which I was, you know, not excited for, but in a way hopeful that it brings into fruition what Sean's plan has been, what this whole vision has been for RJ Harvey. This is what we drafted him for. We drafted him to be the workhorse. Give him, and Sean's never going to be a one running back guy. Come on. It's my opinion. He never has been. He'll work in
other guys.
Bidet, sorry ass Bidet, and Jaleel. I'm excited. I can't stand Bidet. Put it on record. Let everybody know he needs to be cut. Put him on, not even put him on the practice squad. Put him on the streets. Next to Way Gabe, leave him there. But I'm excited mostly. I'm excited mostly because Jaleel's going to finally get his chance. Jaleel's, hopefully, he's going to get to play. He'll be active due to injury, of course. He's not getting moved up because Sean likes him. But I'm excited for his role as the pass-catching back and hopefully RJ can take along some of that running role, which I think we'll still throw the ball to him. RJ's dangerous with space. Please give him the ball. But I would like to see our other guys, even Bidet. Like, if you're going to use him, please make a play. Like, I would love to see our other guys make a play to give us some ease in the back of our minds that this 2 running back crew isn't just a 2 running back crew. Because why do we have 4 running backs? Why do we keep 4 running backs if the other 2 are garbage, if they're not being utilized? They're not helping the team. We could have used those spots for extra tight ends, more linebackers, wherever else you could have used it. So I would that's my hope for the game, is to see the usage of the group of running backs.
I love it. Great takes, good points, you guys. For me, I would look towards the draft, bringing in another guy. It's always nice to have the youth in the pipeline, developing, continuing that at that particular position. A name that comes to mind, and Joey, you're really good when it comes to draft, and evaluating draft talent. But Nicholas Singleton is a guy out of Penn State that I have my eyes on. When it goes going into the draft, if we do draft a running back, because he's a two-way player, bro. Like, he can be effective in the passing game, but he can also run the ball efficiently between the tackles. And can you imagine a backfield of Nicholas Singleton and RJ Harvey together, bro? Yeah. Like, that would be something to keep an eye on. I'm sure there's other running backs, but that's a guy maybe second, third round or whatever that you target,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the concern I have in this running back room right now, as with J.K. Dobbins out, is I think in an ideal world, RJ Harvey and McLaughlin would be your guys, right? All the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think either of them can be trusted as a pass protector. That's where it's really concerning for me. Like, when you see McLaughlin or RJ Harvey out there on a 3rd and long, you're throwing a blitz at them, at the Broncos, because you're sitting there and you're gonna force one of those running backs to try to block the linebacker or an end or whatever it is. And what it turns into Bo, it's pretty much just a free rusher unless they can get a solid block off on him. That's where it gets a little concerning for me. That's why I honestly think Bidet might play. And I know, George, you're going to be pissed off.
Oh, no. I mean, I expect Bidet to get majority of the playing time because Sean
he's
not a good pass player.
He's gonna this guy might get an increase in snaps with Dobbins out, because in Dobbins I trusted him on 3rd down to, like, all right, so that's a linebacker. He's gonna fill. He's gonna do a good enough job to buy Bo the time to be able to throw the ball. Harvey just hasn't been ever tasked with this going back to college, so he's still learning. And McLaughlin, I mean,
he struggled a lot.
All that McLaughlin's he's puny. Like, he's gonna get smashed. Like, it's not gonna be pretty. Well, it won't.
They might just sack McLaughlin's ass and Bo Nix's ass at one.
They might put him right in the bowl. They might put him right in the bowl.
Might, like, pick him up and still, like, it's not gonna look great.
Yeah. You might just carry him to the QB 100%. He's tiny, and I don't necessarily think he should be pass blocking.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is, like, obviously Bidet's a good player. He's in the NFL for a reason. He just hasn't shown me anything. I don't know if you guys have seen. He's gotten his chances and he's dropped the ball. He's severely underperformed when he's been on the field. And in pass blocking too. My major point was pass blocking, because that's what everybody said Jaleel's not active for. Why is he not active if Bidet can't pass block either? Because I have not seen him pick up a single blitz effectively all season. And I would love to see the clip, because I haven't seen it. I've seen him come across and throw his body in front of a guy. Jaleel could do that.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Like, Jaleel's also going to catch the ball out of the backfield 3 yards away from Bo Nix and not drop it and miss a chance for a 15-yard play. And he's young. I can't beat him up too much. We are across the board, we're horrible right now with passes dropped. I think Cortland Sutton's 57th ranked of 75 total players.
Damn.
in dropped passes, just because he's not getting the targets to accumulate more catches. But every one of like 9 passes he drops currently, which is, stats are stats. Who really cares? But it's something to be seen and heard of. Like, we're not helping Bo, and Bo's getting a lot of this criticism. But between his running backs, tight ends, and receivers, when we're getting opportunities, we're not making them. So it's a team effort, I think. It's a team effort. But with the running backs, I think today is going to get a big boost in playing time. I think Jalil will be used sporadically. He might get a few chances to show something, but I look forward to him having a good game. I don't want him to play horrible. That just means we're not looking good, right? Yeah. I want the Broncos to win. It's always about the team. But I hope Ade does show something this week and can pass block or breaks a big screen or something comes of it. Because we really got to figure it out. Because if we can't figure it out with this set of running backs, then we have major questions going into next year. Where Dobbins long-term might be a 2-year contract for discussion, right? Maybe a year and 1-year option, right? Something like that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, you guys. I know we're hitting the hour mark right now, but real quick, do you think the Broncos win the AFC West, being with all we've discussed, Joey?
I think it's still up in the air, right? I do, just because, bro, I get like this with the Chiefs, right? Like, in free agency, I go into it with the mindset, I'm like, all these guys are Chiefs until proven otherwise, right? Because I'm just trying to stay happy out here. Like, I don't want to be upset. So, like, I go into free agency. I'm like, all right, so all of them are Chiefs until they literally the Schefter comes out and says they're not. And then I don't know. So we'll see. Hopeful they've put themselves in a position where they should. I think I get frustrated at people. I have a lot of criticisms too, right, of the Broncos.
Yeah.
I hope people don't think I'm just like over the top, but
no,
I'm on the show and I want to explain some of this stuff. But like, I get tired of people talking about how lucky the Broncos are to be where they are.
That drives me nuts too.
Like that, it irritates me. Like, I just don't know if people understand how it works. Like, the Broncos offense hasn't been great this year. Their defense has been tremendous. Therefore, close games. We're not scoring many points and the other team isn't scoring many points. Yes, we have a lot of close games. It's not lucky. It's just, we got a damn good defense. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, so they've worked themselves in a spot where they should win at this point. I mean, I'll go yes.
Okay.
Oh, no! We suck again!
And,
That's just how it feels. That's just how it feels. That's how it feels watching the games. Because we get the. It's tough because last year was like almost anomaly, right? Because for 4 games we didn't even see a touchdown thrown. No. And then all of a sudden we come out of nowhere, and Bo Nix is this prolific quarterback, and we're having decent games. We're making big plays. This year maybe it'll start a little slow, and then he'll take off. No, we're just consistently not good, but we're just good enough. Just good enough. So hopefully we can just keep building on that. Like you said, the Tebow year, right? The Tebow year, I didn't turn games on until the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And I will swear it on, I am a diehard, but that was the 1 year I stopped watching Bronco games, at least until the 4th quarter.
Right.
Because if I knew it was 2:00, I'd turn the game on at about 4:30, maybe 4:45. Oh, we're down by 7. Let's watch this comeback, and then same with the Super Bowl year, right? Yeah. How ugly was the Super Bowl year? Granted, Peyton Manning was a shell of himself. He was very banged up. Could barely get the ball out. Brock Osweiler, I loved Brock Osweiler. I was all hype on him, but he was very serviceable. Went 5-2, but we didn't blow anybody out in those games. Obviously, we didn't have Peyton Manning, But I would say we were a little worse with Peyton Manning at the time just because of his injury. We weren't doing anything on offense. You know, after watching 55
We were 19th in offense that year. We won.
After watching 55 touchdowns and, you know, all the craziness, we're not doing anything as an offense. And so here we come again where we're kind of maybe history repeating itself. Maybe it's a little bit of that factor of Bo's just young, little second-year guy. But here we are again with a great defense, an elite defense.
Hufanga.
We're still winning games, which my main difference is that we're winning games without defensive touchdowns. We're not scoring on defense like we did in those years.
We're not even turning the ball over, really.
Exactly. We're
that 2015 defense had 22 turnovers through 10 weeks, bro.
And they had like 8 touchdowns. So, or maybe 6. They had stupid amount of touchdowns.
There's levels, bro. There's levels.
So like
not to discredit
those are all my positives, right? I talk about all the bad, but that's my positives is because we're winning games without our defense scoring points, which means we're still scoring points in the moments that it matters. And we're not used to that. We're not used to winning close games. It's been a long time. So I think that's what I hang my hat on is if we can keep it up and just continue to get better, going into the playoffs, it's going to be scary for people to play us because we have this whole season of games that we played nothing but one-score games, and we're on the better half of those, right? Especially our 2 losses. Our 2 losses are literally by 3 points at the last second of each game. So we're in a tough situation.
Well, I think the Broncos will win the AFC West as well. I think we have a good.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say that. Sorry. Yes, they will.
But before we end this podcast, do you want to run a quick 2-minute drill with us where we each get 40 seconds to prove our case as to why or why not the Broncos will have somebody either win the Defensive Player of the Award, Protector of the Year award, or what kind of award. State your case. We're going to get into it. But first. So that was fucking ridiculous. Anyways, George is like, what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, right. We got like 2 comments, so I'll read them real quick and then we'll jump into it.
Fire.
Dante, so what's up, boys? Go Broncos. Big dub coming this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. How do you feel about Lil Jordan Humphrey back with the Broncos? Shy.
Running the football.
Yeah. He's pretty much a tight end. That's what people don't understand about this guy. He's a tight end. He's just out there blocking. And, I mean, also, like, yeah, it indicates, like, with the running game and stuff like that they're probably going to lean on a lot of – they're going to need him to open field block. That's why they signed him, I think.
Yeah. For sure. I would agree.
Right. Well, Montoya, before we get Joey out of here, let's do the 2-minute drill. Let's run to see whether or not the Broncos will win any of the major awards. We can state our case as to why or why not they will not. Do you want to run first?
George? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
George, sorry, do you want to run first?
I was going to let Joey hit it off.
Yeah, let's let Joey go. Yeah.
It's off, buddy.
So I'm arguing for like a Defensive Player of the Year for the Broncos. That's what I'm doing.
Or Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year.
We're ruling out Offensive Player of the Year. No, we're ruling that one out. So
Protector of the Year award. Remember, that's a new award this year. Garrett Bowles.
That's a hell of a reward too. I like that. That's an award. We need to give our offensive linemen some credit. But
yeah,
I'm a Defensive Player of the Year. That's what's carrying this team right now.
Let's go 40 seconds and prove your case as to why or why not.
All right. I'll go with. I'm between 2. Let's go Hufanga on this because he doesn't get the recognition. I'm going Hufanga. Hufanga is a monster in the secondary for the Broncos, not just in the pass, right? When you start sitting there thinking about your traditional safeties, we're talking about backfield guys. He does that exceptionally well. But I'm also talking about a guy that plays like a linebacker, making plays that your normal safety does not at all. Then, hey, do I want to play him in man coverage? How many times this year have we seen him hit a receiver and the ball get charged loose? That's happened a ton. Hufanga is a 3-level player for this defense, affecting all levels. Passing, run, everything. Hufanga is a monster.
Nice. I like that one. That was a good one. You surprised the shit out of me with that take, but I like it.
Yeah. That was a
I
great
was like,
He's
what?
not going to win it, but boy, he's a first-team All-Pro to me. I think there's a good argument to be made that he's the best safety in the league. I do think that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
sure. Definitely one of the most impactful.
Yeah.
All right. George, I guess I'll go next, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Reset it for me to 40. All right, go.
Yeah. You ready?
Yes. All right. The Denver Broncos will have the Defensive Player of the Year award going to Nick Bonito because he is sitting at, 8.5 sacks, I want to say. He was quiet for a little bit, but now he made his mark against the Raiders. There's plenty of football left to be had, and I think he'll end up leading the league in sacks and also create a couple forced fumbles and have a pick six maybe to take the Defensive Player of the Year award. He's not trailing by too far. I think Myles Garrett's ahead of him. But when it's all said and done, Nick Bonito, you know him, you love him. He will be our Defensive Player of the Year. Denver Broncos will have back-to-back depoys.
There you go.
As we predicted in preseason.
Yeah, we did. Oh man, it's tough to spit that out so damn quick. But Joey looks like a natural.
Like, I don't know. I wasn't even looking. I was like looking at.
He was just going on. He was just.
And then it stopped clicking. I was like, "Oh, damn! That's got to be my time, I guess."
Okay. All right, your turn, George, and then let me know when you're.
Is the Protector Award going to go for all linemen, or is it going to be for only tackles?
All linemen, as far as I know.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, let's go. I will be arguing that the Denver Broncos will have the first Protector of the Year in Quinn Miners. Quinn Miners is probably the best guard in football right now. He is so dominant up front. He's pancaking 3 guys on one play at a time. He creates holes that you could run freaking bulldozers through. And most of all, he's a great locker room guy. He's a great teammate, and he drives that offensive line very proudly. And he helps out as a veteran, making play calls and audibles as well. So he's going to hit that first one.
I like it. Good job. Yeah, we will have an award winner. I think we will this season.
Might have
nice. Yeah, we might have a couple. Well, Joey, this was a lot of fun, bro. Sorry we took a little bit longer on this thing. We got to drooling over Matt Stafford, but we did have fun with you. We're going to have to do this again, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to come back on. And thanks again for having me, guys. Like I said, it was a blast meeting you guys at the Let's Talk Broncos draft party. I mean, you guys do a great show. So
thank you, bro. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. I thank you very much.
We've been blessed.
Blessed by Joey Richards. We appreciate you, bro.
We 100% appreciate you, man. You've been nothing but good people, good time, good camaraderie. So we look forward to having you again and meeting you again in person.
Next
going to the games?
Absolutely, man. I usually I'll go. I'll definitely go to a few. Which one are you guys going to? Yeah.
I'll be at the Packers game for sure. I was thinking about Kansas City, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to swing it.
All right.
I'll let you know one game this year for the Giants, but I'll have to shoot for next year. But hopefully we can link up at the LTB draft if you guys do it again. I think you guys
just say your boss is sending you to Denver for work.
Exactly that.
Well, man, this was so much fun, man. Thanks again. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in on a Friday night special with our boy Joey.
Absolutely.
And remember, Dave and Broncos, bro. Good night. Mahalo. Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Joey.
Do believe in Broncos, bro, when we hit that field. Orange and blue pride's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know. So tune in tight as we break it down slow. Broncos Bros forever, let the whole world know.